Yo, peace and blessing. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? I think very deeply. Sometimes I do, man. Sometimes I do. Hey, but check this out. Let me get on into this here. Good morning, first of all. This is good morning or morning on my end. And, first I had something here I wanted to talk to you about, but it will come at a later time. But I was on this phone call because this is what keep this really riding on me. And I was talking to this teacher. I think she's a teacher, but it's at a school that I'm going to go speak at. And so I was asking about the students and what kind of message she want. What does she need to hear? And she was basically just kind of going in about what kind of problems she's having with the kids and, what all just needs to be done and so on and so forth, right? And so, man, so I'm sitting here like, wow, and she was like, man, I really can go on and on. And, I'm like, I totally understand. I get it. And so one of the things, though, that come out of that is in her mind, she was saying, like, how black fathers aren't there. Black fathers are failing the kids, right? And I was like, I'm just listening to her, And by the way, I'll tell you in a minute. So she was like just saying that, and I after she finished and finished telling me some of the other issues going on with the kids, the one thought that kept ran up in my mind and my thoughts was how this is a home issue. Everything really starts at home. Whether it be kids period, whatever, being disrespectful, the way they dress, the way they wear their pants on their butt, whatever it is, it comes from home. And I'm going to tell you why, because I know a lot of people be like, nah, I ain't teach my kids that. I don't allow my kids to do this. They get out and do this, that, another. Boom. I get it. I do get it. I understand. We only can do so much. And when our kids get out there and get to, vibrating with all these different energies and so on and so forth, then their identity is going to start coming out and all of that start taking place. I do get it. And I understand that is a piece of it. That is a piece of it. But we still have to make sure we've done all that we can do. And let me tell you why I say it still comes from home. And it's this main piece because the teacher said the black father's a felon or felony kids. She hardly ever sees black fathers, right? And so this is the title of this here talk. Stop fighting with your kids. Stop using your kid as a fighting tool. Now, whether it be the father or the mother, I'm saying stop fighting the other with your child. What I mean, I'm saying stop not allowing the other one to see the child or to be a parent to the child, to participate with the child, to instill certain laws and principles or rules or whatever with the child. Stop doing that. That's what's hurting our youth more than whatever you think is going to come out of it by letting the child come around the parent. Now, there are some mitigating circumstances, which I will talk about in a minute. But this is the one thing that I know for myself. I've experienced it. And again, just listening to listening to the lady at the school, she just was, going on and on about it. And I'm saying, it's just so much that goes on with our youth today. And we complain about our youth and we talk about all the different things about our youth, but one of the things that we don't do, when the kids is doing good, they making good grades and they become athletes and professionals and so on, this, that, and other. Yeah, they're a great kid. But we take credit in that. We take credit in their greatness. But when they're not so great, when they're running around doing this, that, and other, then we don't have nothing to do with that. And that's what we got to get out of, because it is only when we face certain things. It's only when we face some of the imperfections that we have within ourselves and the things that it produces, that we can begin solving problems with self first and things that come around and outside of self. So that's one thing. in regards to it's true. We do stop and mainly women, mainly mothers, get upset with these baby daddies or fathers or whatever and don't want them to come around. It's my understanding and it's my belief that it is more than not, is more black men than not that will take care of their kids, that will be a father to their kids, that will do what they can do to their kids. Now, when it comes to now how unselfish they get and how much they actually do give and invest into it, that comes probably in their time of maturity. But you have to allow that responsibility to make them mature. You have to place that on them. You have to make them become a father at times. But if you allow some men, because of their lack of maturity, their lack of development, you see that child made you more responsible and you more mature. You wasn't as mature as you was until you had a child. That responsibility made you more responsible. So likewise, sometimes it takes that. But if you are so willing to remove that responsibility and don't even demand it of the father to be responsible, then he's not going to have time to mature. And it doesn't take the white people or the system to always get involved to make him responsible. You see, that, from my thinking, from my perspective, that's a fighting tool you're doing. That goes beyond, him being just a father. You really disabling him when you do that. You're not helping that situation. Because if you really look at how that system play and work, they don't give a damn about him. They don't give a damn that he still has to maintain his stability to even be strong enough to take care of his child. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a damn about that. He can rot in the dirt and the mud as long as he keep putting that check in. It's a motive and design behind that. It is the design to tear down families. It is a design and another tool and weapon to tear down a black man. And I don't think I'm just saying that just because I'm a black man, because I do understand that there are circumstances where you have to do that. I understand that there are some circumstances where a man will outright say, I'm not finna do nothing. That ain't my child, or whatever he talking about. You got some men out there who will, but I'm talking about the big majority that will be a father to their child, that will do what they can do. Sometimes he might not have the money to give in the way you want him to give. Sometimes that ain't, but that don't make him a father or not, in regards to how much money he can give. Because if you accept that same man when he didn't have any money to take care of you, because you see, really in divine law, a man is responsible to take care of you. And that's why when a man say, nah, baby, I don't want to be in a relationship of that magnitude right now because I have to be able to take care of you. That is my divine obligation and role. It's not no ego trip. That is my role. So when a man, this is something else, a little side note commentary. You have to understand that it isn't that a man just wants to be needed. It isn't that a man just desires to be needed, or it's like some lack of what's the kind of word I'm looking for? Like in regard, what is this? It's going to validate him in the sense that he just has to have it. Like it goes beyond that. A man has to be in a situation where he's needed because that's in his makeup. Just like a woman has to be in a situation where she can nurture, where she can love. If a man shut her down and don't allow her to love him, she ain't going to be there long. That is in her nature to be able to love and nurture. And to take that from her will make her feel inadequate. So you have to understand that ain't no ego trip when a man when he tells you that. It's not that he's trying to control you so he can run you around. I mean, I'm saying, of course, I'm not saying for every man across the board. You got some men that's twisted and will try to control you because they got money. I do get that and understand that. But I'm talking about, again, a majority. You have to make sure that you're doing your role right before you can adequately assess another person's role. Because if you're not in your role correctly, then you're not even in a position to look at something from the proper lens. But again, about using your kid as a fighting tool. If the man or if the woman is only going to bring harm to that child, it's not healthy for that child. It's going to instill in that child things and principles that are not good for that child. That are not going to make that child the kind of man or woman that you want that child to be, or that you know or he know that that child needs to be. If he or she is not going to strive to make it better than him or herself. Because every teacher strives to make their student greater than them. So if he's or she is not capable of that, then that is a justifiable reason to keep him or her away from your child. But anything outside of that isn't. Anything outside of that is a selfish motive and objective. Your intent and reason is unjust and foul. And like that movie Frankenstein, the one from way back that we used to watch, where the man created this monster for whatever reason, I don't know, but he was possessed, he created, and ended up, the monster, and Frankenstein ended up killing him. Well, we have to understand that when we create some things, whatever we create, a lot of time we'll be the one that have to deal with it. So again, when I was talking about how we like to take credit for the good stuff and not for the bad stuff, I remember, I think it was a T.D. Jakes or somebody had a sermon I just listened to not too long ago, and I remember he mentioned that God has a way of making us deal through our kids a reflection of who we are in a sense. I know I'm paraphrasing it, but it's something in that sense that where he's saying how it's almost like a karma thing or a reaping and sowing thing. You know, we're not perfect, and we have to understand and humbly be able to say that and believe that and know that and live that I'm not perfect. So if I can say I'm not perfect, you can't be so adamant and so sensitive to not accept criticism or correction, I say. We should be automatically inclined to look at self and try to figure out what is it about me that I'm doing wrong. I need to figure it out. I want to be better. I don't want to keep having to take the test and fail the test. I want to pass the test so I can move on. So, just with that being said, man, I believe I've said enough. And I really hope that it resonates, because we have to understand as human beings we was created imperfect, but that within itself is perfect. It is only in imperfection that we're able to really understand and be able to incline towards gratitude. It is only in imperfection that we're able to be humble and grateful. It is perfection in our imperfection. One told me that was an oxymoron. Well, it is according to your school of thought. But I don't apply and establish my life and understanding based on everybody's school of thought. Because I believe that the divine creation gives me what he and it or wants me to have. Again, stop using your children as fighting tools. Because what we see around us that we complain about it with these kids, that is the result of that. That is the product of what we create, and we dealing with our creation. We dealing with that. Fathers, be careful of the woman that you decide to potentially or possibly end up getting pregnant. Women, be careful of the men that you possibly may accidentally or have the potential to get pregnant by. Because once it happens, we got to be mature adults and deal with it. Ain't no trying to be immature kids and selfish about it now. We got to deal with it. Peace and blessings.